What's this? A letter for me.
Welcome to another episode of Remember the Great Sports Through the Mail Thursdays. Today I'm going to share with you 3 recent returns that I just got back in the mail. So we're just going to hop right into this. And the first one is postmarked from Florida. It is former Philadelphia Phillies infielder / Atlanta Braves infielder Craig Robinson on 4 of 4. And he signed him in ballpoint pen, so this one on the 74 Topps is kind of hard to see, but it is there. But let me tell you about Craig Robinson and his career in baseball. Not to be confused with the celebrity Craig Robinson, who is most known for being on The Office, Hot Tub Time Machine, and seems like as of late Pizza Hut commercials. Craig George Robinson was born in Pennsylvania, where he attended high school in Pennsylvania. He chose to attend college at Wake Forest University, where he played baseball for the Wake Forest University program, and was selected in the 11th round of the 1970 draft by the Philadelphia Phillies. At 21 years old, he was assigned to the Phillies AA affiliate, where he appeared in 89 games his first year as a professional. In 1971, he spent the entire year appearing in 145 games for the Phillies AAA affiliate, and in 1972, he spent the majority of the year in AAA for the Phillies, but towards the end of the season in September, on September 9th, 1972, he got his call up to the major leagues with the Philadelphia Phillies. He appeared in just 5 games that year for the Phillies and just had 15 at-bats. And in 1973, he returned back to AAA, spending the majority of the season appearing in 98 games for AAA for the Phillies, but also appearing in 46 games in the 73 season with the big club in Philadelphia. Well, after the 1973 season, the Phillies decided to trade Craig Robinson to the Atlanta Braves, as you can see on the big traded cards there, for Ron Schuler. In 1974, the Braves gave Robinson a shot as their middle infielder, as he appeared in a career-high 145 games for the Atlanta Braves, posting a .230 batting average for the club and stealing 11 bases. In 1975, he would be delegated to just limited duty with the Braves, but on June 11th, 1975, the Braves shipped him to the San Francisco Giants for Ed Goodson. He would finish out the 75 season with the San Francisco Giants, and then would begin the year in 1976 with the Giants. However, in June of 1976, he would be shipped back to the Atlanta Braves in the trade that brought Darrell Evans to the San Francisco Giants. He, along with a few others, Willie Montanez being the most notable, were traded for Darrell Evans, and this is how Darrell Evans became a San Francisco Giant after being, on the Braves for many seasons. Well, with his return to Atlanta in 1976, he would appear in just 15 games to finish out the remainder of the season. The following year, in 1977, he would be with the Braves for just 27 games before being released right before the 1978 season. In 1978, he would sign on with the San Diego Padres. However, they would assign him to just their AAA affiliate, and he would finish out the year in AAA for the Padres. And at 29 years old, that would be the end of Craig Robinson's baseball playing career in the majors. So in total, he spent 6 years in the majors. He played for 3 different clubs. He played for the Atlanta Braves twice. He appeared in 789 games, posted a career .219 batting average, and like I said, he was kind of the utility infielder type for the majority of his career. A glove guy, not a real big hitting guy, but not a bad career. 6 years in the major leagues. So we'll move on to the next one. And again, I want to thank Mr. Robinson for signing. All right, so this next one is actually postmarked from Florida as well. And this is ironically the second celebrity of this video. And this is former hairstylist Paul Mitchell. I'm just kidding. Paul Mitchell, as many of you know, is world renowned for hairstyles and hair products. But this could almost be a same name in the game video with the two guys that I just shared with you, and Craig Robinson and Paul Mitchell. Basically, if you haven't seen it, I'll post it up here in the corner and down below. I matched musicians' names with baseball players. Well, I certainly could go on the celebrity side and do that as well, and Craig Robinson and Paul Mitchell are candidates for that. So let me tell you about Paul Mitchell and his career in baseball. Born in Worcester, Massachusetts, Mitchell graduated from Worcester Academy in 1968 and was selected by the Pittsburgh Pirates in the 18th round of the 1968 draft. Rather than turn professional, he opted to attend Old Dominion University on a baseball scholarship. From 1969 to 71, he played collegiate summer baseball in the Cape Cod League, leading Fairmouth to the league championship in all 3 years and being named the league's outstanding pitcher in both 1969 and 1970. Mitchell was selected by the Baltimore Orioles, as you can see, Orioles card up there, in the first round, 7th overall of the secondary phase of the 1971 draft. After turning pro, Mitchell spent the 1972 season with the AA Asheville Orioles, in 1973 to 74 with the AAA Rochester Red Wings. He made his major league debut for Baltimore on July 1st, 1975 at Fenway Park, home of the Boston Red Sox in his home state of Massachusetts. He finished the season with a 3-0 record and a 3.63 earned run average in 11 games. In January of 76, a local news reporter in the Sporting News wrote that due to the young pitchers like Paul Mitchell, Mike Flanagan, the Orioles could no doubt be willing to sacrifice a pitcher like Mike Torres' ability if it meant getting Reggie Jackson in return. Sure enough, the Orioles did trade Torres to the Oakland A's for Jackson on April 2nd of that year, but they included Mitchell in the deal. Don Baylor was the third player sent over from Baltimore, and in addition to Jackson, the Orioles also acquired Ken Holtzman and a minor leaguer. Mitchell posted a 9-7 record for Oakland in 76, but struggled in early 1977 and was then dealt mid-season to the Seattle Mariners, who joined the American League as an expansion team for the 1977 season. In 1978, Mitchell led Seattle pitchers in wins, posting an 8-14 record for a Mariners team that lost 104 games. Yikes. In 1979, Seattle traded Mitchell to the Milwaukee Brewers, up there on the top, in exchange for Randy Stein. Mitchell made his final appearance with Milwaukee on September 21st, 1980 against Seattle and was released prior to the 1981 season. In total, Mitchell pitched in 6 major league seasons, recording a career win-loss record of 32-39 in 162 appearances. He is tied with 4 others for all-time major league career record for fielding percentage among pitchers who have at least 500 innings pitched. In 621.1 innings of work, Mitchell handled 114 chances, recording 32 putouts and 82 hits without a single error, for a perfect career fielding average of 1,000. After retirement in 2002, Mitchell was inducted into the Cape Cod Baseball League Hall of Fame, and in 2011 he served as an honorary captain of the West Division team in the Cape Cod All-Star game that was at his home stadium, Fenway Park. So, very happy to add Mr. Mitchell to the collection. You know, a pretty high draft pick, but he found himself on the trading block for a Hall of Famer, Reggie Jackson, which you can kind of understand that. If the Orioles had an opportunity to get Reggie in their lineup, they certainly took advantage of that and did. So, very happy to add Mr. Mitchell to the collection, and we'll move on to the next one. Alright, so this final one is postmarked from California. This is another player from that era. And this is the start of hopefully a completed card. And this is an autograph on a triple rookie of 1972 rookie stars of the Giants of Jim Barr on 1, 2. Here's a hostess card that I happen to have of him, and also a 4th as well. So all 4 of these represent him as a Giant, even though he played for another team in his career. So let me tell you about Jim Barr and his career in baseball. Barr, a California native, attended the famous University of Southern California, USC, where his teammates included Dave Kingman, and he helped lead their baseball team to a pair of NCAA championships in 1968 and 1970. He graduated from USC in 1970 with a bachelor's degree in business administration, and after previously been drafted 5 times throughout his high school and collegiate career, once by the Angels, the Phillies, the Yankees, the Pirates, and the Twins, he was selected by the San Francisco Giants in the 3rd round of the 1970 Major League Secondary Phase Draft and signed with the club that summer. He didn't spend much time in the minors. The Giants called Barr up from the minors midway through the 1971 season, and he posted a 1-1 record and a 3.57 ERA in 17 appearances out of the bullpen for the Giants. He joined the team's rotation in the middle of the 72 season, despite never pitching a no-hitter or perfect game that summer, set the record for consecutive batters retired. In 1972, Barr set an MLB record when he retired 41 consecutive batters over the course of 2 starts, 2 games. The record was later tied by Bobby Jenks in 2007 and then broken by Mark Burley in July of 2009, and again by Yusmerio Petit on August 28, 2014, but Barr remains the only pitcher to retire at least 41 consecutive batters in the course of only 2 games. His streak began in the 3rd inning of a complete game win, extended through the 7th inning of another complete game. Burley's streak included his perfect game and the starts before and after, while the streaks of Jenks and Petit included a number of relief appearances. So, if you just want to pause for a second and think about this, he retired 41 consecutive batters in a row despite not having a no-hitter or a perfect game over a 2-game period. That's a pretty amazing feat. Barr went on to win at least 10 games for the Giants in 5 straight seasons from 1973 to 77. During that time, he finished in the National League's top 10 3 times for earned run average shutouts, twice for complete games, innings pitched, and actually led the league in 1974 with walks per 9 innings pitched. Following the 1978 campaign, he became a free agent and signed with the California Angels. Barr won 10 games in his first year with the Angels, a season in which the club in Anaheim won the American League West to reach the playoffs for the first time. However, Barr was unavailable to pitch in the playoffs as he became injured during a celebration when they won the division championship. After this, Barr struggled with arm injuries in 1980 and was released at the end of the 1981 spring training. Halfway through the season, he signed with the Chicago White Sox and played for the rest of the year for the Edmonton Trappers Farm Club before being let go at the conclusion of the minor league season. He returned to the big leagues with the Giants in 1982 and appeared in 53 games in both that season and the next. Since ending his playing days, Barr was the pitching coach at Sacramento State University for almost 16 years. Another personal note to note about Mr. Barr is his 2 daughters, Betsy and Emmy, both have played soccer at the collegiate and professional level. Betsy played soccer at the University of Portland, was a member of the Women's United Soccer Association for the San Jose Cyber Rays, and Emmy went on to play at Santa Clara University, and she played 3 seasons with the Washington Freedom in the WSA. So, very happy to add Mr. Barr to the collection. This was one that I never gotten before. I had seen other TTMers on YouTube and through forums actually get this entire card signed with Chris Arnold and Dave Rader. So I was at a card show a while back. I saw the hostess card and the rookie card, so I snagged them. I happen to have these 2 already in my collection. So very happy to add Mr. Barr to the collection. Hopefully you'll be seeing that 72 rookie stars in future episodes, signed by the other guys. I also want to thank Mr. Paul Mitchell for signing my cards. Also very happy to add another Orioles card to the autograph collection. So very nice to have another all-time Orioles card. And I also want to thank Craig Robinson for signing his cards as well. I'd never gotten Mr. Robinson before, so very happy to get those. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch another episode, and as always, happy collecting.